What a day. What a day I have had. Oh, I'm so much better than I used to be, folks. Oh my God, he used to be complete impending doom for this meth addict. And it was pretty doomy. I've lost my rights, I think, 3 or 4 times. Good part of my life. Not that I really care about my voting rights, as if there's a free election. Oh. Don't get me wrong, I love this country. I love democracy. I actually love studying government. It is so beautiful. But it's like everything. Do you know what? It's like everything. It's like the 12 steps of recovery and the traditions and service guidelines. You know what? If they are followed. Progress, not perfection. The traditions come out of a lot of failures and we still fall short. I fell a lot. Especially with this mouth. I am seriously hoping I'm going to have some meds. Some treatment for my mental insanity. Because I've been sharing my insanity with you and I usually don't share that with anybody. I just put it on paper. And then I will, and I can share a whole lot in less than 3 minutes. And I really, you know, it's crazy. When I thought I had that cyst in it, I thought it was lung cancer. I did. I wanted it to be real. That's why I didn't go back. That's why I didn't have a chest x-ray for 2.5 years. Most people would be super relieved to get the confirmation. It hasn't grown at all, so it's it could be an anomaly from anything. It could be an anomaly from the times I've got pneumonia. Like day 3 in this world, I had pneumonia and I had to go to ICU. Or yellow fever, valley fever, I mean. Anybody that's lived their life here in the Southwest will or has had valley fever to some extent. I think most never even have any symptoms. Fuck. You know, at 40 years old, I think it was 260 then, I couldn't reach down, touch my toes. No way in hell could I ever sit Indian style. Big fat Buddha. Mr. Spirituality. Mr. Recovery. No, it's just I didn't know what the fuck else to do. I still don't. I saw a friend, you know, from recovery. I haven't seen forever. It's so good to see him. He's alive. He's like, call me. He didn't recognize me. He didn't know. Didn't remember me. Anyways, he's like, how long do you got? And I'm like, I've been practicing for 27 years and not perfectly. He's like, not perfectly. Oh. He's like, what'll it take to get your bike going? Because I showed him the car battery and my alternator's toast and the clutches toast. And I'm like, $1,500. He's like, give me a call. I'll take care of it. And then I start crying. I'm emotional. Not bawling, but... And he's crying too. And we're both crying about our moms. His is in hospice. She's 90. She's a fighter. I understand drinking. I understand that. I understand drinking that pain because it's... And I understand drinking because you hurt so much because your loved ones hurt. That's what an empath does. There's no reason for me to get upset over those that really don't matter, really. But, and I'm usually seldom upset at, what it appears. Well, I'm never upset. Nobody ever knows why I'm upset. Because I will watch stuff. I will absorb it. I will suck it up. I will film it. For 2.5 years, I know it's wrong. I know the lights are violating my rights. Like earlier. An officer shining his lights while I'm filming violates my constitutional rights. That's actually a lawsuit. Because he did it twice, and he did it with intent. So any civil rights lawsuits out there, lawyers out there, I have cases. I have so many cases. But what happens? The blacks and browns and whites. By some. And most of those some are no longer around. Those MMA fighter security door boys. They're the ones that said it, not me. MMA fighter, I'm a badass. Scottsdale businesses don't need that. As you're gonna find out. Me spending 5,000 hours of my life in Old Town. Oh fuck, I spent fucking the last I've spent the last exactly 59 years in this state. Let alone just fucking hanging out for 5,000 hours with nothing. I've been hanging out at 12-step meetings for like 30,000. And anyone that can sit in 30,000 fucking hours of meetings gots to be insane and sober. And I know people that have attended more, have beat my attendance record. You know what, by 20 years and another 20,000 meetings. That man has brought more people through the steps. The old school way. You know, I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry about anything. I wish people could see the recovery that was in Scottsdale in the 80s and the 90s. Some years it was sort of over the top. Some years we had people showing up, celebrities. Fortunately, most people are unconscious and so they don't recognize them. Plus it's anonymity anyways. My father, you know, I am my father. My father taught my integrity, my honesty. You don't hit people, you respect them. And you don't stand for bullshit. Stand for bullshit, you don't stand for anything. You know, I am my father. He used to scare the shit out of me. Not physically, he scared the shit out of me because I am him. I am the best of him and I am the worst of him. And I'm just the best of my mom. There wasn't no worse with my mom. Want to know the character of a man? You need to know the character. You need to know the relationship with his family, with his mother, especially. Challenging at times. My God, to have me as a son. My step-grandfather, my mentor, he said something to me. Oh, Richard, you'll have a boy and he'll be just like you. And I said, yes, it would be, and no, that will never happen. At all. No. One of me is too much already. I ought to see myself in the mirror. Oh, no way. Look, listen. You hear how quiet it is around here? This is nothing short of fucking amazing right now. No helicopter any fucking where. No helicopter within fucking 5 miles of here. All those police, they took off. I do hope their supervisors see that. We need to work on Mesa's public relations. Once again, you never know what somebody's going through. And seeing Mesa PD here. Pissed me off, obviously. And then I see Mesa Fire roll up. And my heart breaks. I don't have that kind of emotional rides when I'm drinking, which is exactly the point. I don't have those emotional rides when you take a hit of meth. First of all, your body's just been blasted with dopamine. So you feel like Superman. And then your thoughts spin up so fast that you can even see the most horrendous shit. Friends being shot, friends ODing, friends being saved. So I guess that really is the answer to my question. I mean, all my questions will be answered the moment I leave this body. We're not allowed, or we can't contain the light we really are. I think that's why. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh. So this is my insanity. I've never posted this shit before. I've never done YouTube before. I have no fucking agenda that I'm aware of, but I'm sure there's means to everything I do. As I've been filming for 5 years, I just knew it wasn't right or normal for me to be filming a dozen people being arrested in a night. It's just, how the fuck is this possible? Granted, I've been out of the fucking bar scene for 3 fucking decades. Anyone that's been here a long time would know Camelback Mountain, Club Size Zoo. Oh, of course, Devil House. That's where we all went to dance. And then the Mill Avenue Taverns. Mill Avenue. I never drank in Phoenix. And let's see. God, I can't remember the bar. It was once again, this is mid '80s. Brand new. It was a grand opening of a new bar on Scottsdale Road and Thomas. It used to be a Papago shopping center. It was brand new. It was cutting edge at the time. Anyway, the grand opening, and they celebrated with 10-cent Coronas. It was better than being in than Rocky Point. Oh. And thank God the night I got got pulled over and arrested for my first and only DUI. I only had like $3. And yeah, tip the bartender. So anyways, thank God I didn't get hammered. I think I drank 3 beers. That's enough to get you arrested. Anyways, we left coming home, and I dropped my cassette tapes back then, folks, in my Alpine stereo. Anyways, I dropped the tape and I swerved a little bit. Wasn't impaired, but he looked at it, and anyway, Scottsdale, the cop pulls me over. Now, I'm guilty. I'm guilty of a lot of things right now. I happen to be on probation for Chaparral High School cocaine bust, 1985, Time Magazine, Newsweek. And so I was on probation. I'm not supposed to be drinking. Nor driving. 19, what the fuck, we party. Damn the consequences until you have to pay for them. God, and I know consequences. I always get caught. My friend's fucking drinking drugs, still fucking for a lifetime. Never get caught until he's turned 60. I digressed. I'm fucking just insane. This is what goes on in my head. And I used to drink, and it all goes away. And there's no life to that. I don't see anybody really watching this shit, let alone listening to it. But then again, my voice is encrypted, so you're probably going to hear the exact message you need to hear. That's what some psychic told me, or some mastery reading, or I don't know. Sounds true. If it sounds true, you should pay attention. Because everything is fake nowadays. AI is gonna save the world. I have no idea why they're spending like trillions of dollars on shit that's gonna suck up water and power. When I don't need it. I have lived without power. I have lived for a year here without water. Because I have ADHD, they cut it, and it's just a month you have to get fucking deposit. It's just such a bitch for me to get anything done. So I just said, fuck it. And then I used the neighbors. I made a little hose for the neighbors, connect to mine so I could flush my toilet and fill my toilets up and take a shower. That's a felony. Shut that shit off real quick once I found that out. This is a felony. Cease and desist the hose. Okay? Then I just used his hose to take a shower with, and well, then I had a big fish pond in the back. I had a shitload of water, so anyway, stored. I had a 1,000-gallon pond, so I had water for flushing the toilet. 5-gallon bucket. You just got to hand fill it. When your mother dies, and that was the last person in the world that was your anchor point here, and that anchor's gone, because you've always felt like you just wanted to die your whole life, but you couldn't do it. You know, go hang gliding and forget the fucking hook in or something. Drive your motorcycle off a cliff. You know what I mean? I mean, just riding a motorcycle is usually a death sentence. Especially if you've done it 6 years. I don't know how many times I fucking crashed. I've done fucking. Luckily, I've had helmets when I needed them. Caught the very back corner of somebody's bumper, and it launched me. I did a full gainer, and I came down. I landed on the back of the helmet, and I did a nice Aikido karate roll. Came up on my feet. Now I should be very thankful I'm alive, and I mean, I don't even think I have any scratches. Not even road rash. It's fucking amazing. It's about 15 miles an hour. Anyways, hey, you know what a motorcycle rider does? My bike, it had a gash in the gas tank. It's screaming. Gas is going on the floor. My friends, I was showing off. I tried to hike a wheelie. My fault. I did hike a wheelie. Just couldn't stop. Stupid. High school fucking shit. And I paid the price. Anyways, luckily my friends were there, so we were heading to Votech Welding. Used to be Scottsdale High. Shut the motor off. This is how life really works for me. So they happened to be there. It happened to have the truck. We just picked my bike up. We put it in the back of the truck. We all go to Votech. Welding school, get out of Chaparral for 3 hours, and then the guy there, one of my classmates, a second-year student's like, "Oh, dude, I'll weld your tank up, and I'll give it a new paint job. Give me your helmet, and I'll redo it, and I'll paint your helmet too." He did it for nothing. Because when you live at mom and dad's and you don't have money, I didn't have money for paint. I didn't know how to paint. I do now. So when somebody offers me $1,500 to fix my bike, it's just good karma coming back around, and it's still, you know, that bike really is my world right now. It's the only thing I fucking have that semi-running. I've been asking the owner if he could just call DMV and for $4 get a paper title. Because there's no way I can sell that and try to get him at DMV together. It's $4 for a paper title. And now the thing doesn't work with the radiators out of it, so it just lost a couple grand worth of value. And then someone's going to help me with my motorcycle. And if I can just fucking quit thinking and stay out of my head. I'm not good at keeping my mouth shut. I don't think I'm ever going to shut up now. I'm very good at keeping my mouth shut. I kept my mouth shut for the last 14, for most of my life. All my childhood. So, I kept my mouth shut in the plaza. I've been there 5 years. I've seen it all. I've absorbed every detail. As you can see, I'm a pretty visual, emotional. How's this? I'm the eyes of God. We all are. God sees through all our eyes. I'm not special. But then again, God is a heartbeat. God is the first heartbeat. God is that before the heartbeat. God is the last. I'm tired of struggling with fucking ADHD. I'll tell you that. If you're grieving and you don't want to live, yeah, you don't want to die, you've been through way the fuck too much to quit now. See that right there? That's powerful shit right there. You have no idea how powerful that is. It's me trying to convince myself that this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Somehow this roof will get replaced so I can fix the inside. You know, I feel so fucking bad that I haven't taken care of the fucking house. Well, I painted it. The roof is pretty fucking pricey. Somehow I'm gonna get a new roof. Somehow I'm gonna get a new motorcycle someday. Somehow I'm gonna fall in love with this fucking life. I mean, I'm free. I'm richer than anybody else. Because I continue to surrender, I continue to give up. Somehow I just, God take me home every day, makes me super grateful and open to remember. Because really the only thing we're going to take from this world is memories. Not your money, not all that gourmet food, your jewelry, your diamonds, the drink, the gluttony. All our character defects. But there's nothing defective. Because how can you know love without hate? How do you know? How do you experience racism? I mean, when you see it, you feel it, you know it. Don't you? Maybe not so much for us white folks. Okay? It's just skin, folks. And it doesn't extend that deep. I'm tan now, but I'll be pasty ass white. A lot of size. Don't try not to do too much sun these days at fucking my age. Way too much. A lot of river trips. Oh, tubing the Salt River. I even made one of them stereo boom boxes. I painted it with yellow Corvette Yellow Corvette automotive paint. Rockford Fosgate amps in there. 2 batteries. It was a bitch to get that thing in the river, but it thumped. Fuck. Loading the river with a hookah. It's a great big bowl on there and 6-foot tubes. So this is back before when you could do this without getting arrested. So we were popular in this raft. Me and my best friend Scotty got the glass hookah in there. It didn't survive the trip. It survived the trip until we made it to the beach. We dropped the raft on the river rock, and that went the boat. So much for that one. Anyways, we were popular. Handing out hookah tubes to all the other tubers. It's really fortunate that more people didn't drown there. Now, how blessed am I to have such memories? To be able to comprehend them. Well, how about this? That I don't have a wet brain. Or it may be insane in the membrane or something like that. It's amazing how much has come back. I could barely read, and my writing shit was block print. It wasn't much cursive. Oh shit. I'd just be writing these thoughts down, so what the fuck. There's nothing else I can plead insanity. I don't have any hurt or harmful feelings. If my intent was to hurt and harm, look at me. I can just replay what you've done. I haven't done shit except pick up the fucking trash in Old Town. I pick up trash. I really haven't had to film shit. It's been really easy the last 2 years. But the previous 2.5 years, when the lights were in focus, when they were shining them lights, there was a lot of detainment. Matter of fact, the lights created more detainments because it created a false sense of security. Besides, the police told them to, so what the fuck? And anything we tell the police is good. Until someone gets a court order for a video. Yeah, that business video, that's a bitch. Well, not really, because they always complete the fifth. Unless it's a court order. But that's okay. I don't need yours, I have my own. And yours won't help you at all. It would, you don't use your own video when it incriminates. That's for sure, so your video ain't worth a fuck. Because if we would have used, the video on with Jake, coming up and, body checking me while I'm filming, which makes it a fucking crime. I'm filming and he body checks me. And I tell the police. I'm like, he didn't hurt me. And then I get told by someone who eventually 3 hours later would finally get around to getting the report, that physical harm doesn't have to happen. It's still assault. And I said, well, thank you, Michael. I would like to file an assault charge then. And then the look on his face was... That's why it took him 3 hours to get back to me. I think we covered this morning or last night. So, why'd we do it again? I don't know. I'm so willing to live. I mean, look, I'm healthy. Look at these veins. Comes from these. Where you don't have a life, and you want to, in case I want to go back into welding, you need all these muscles. Because all those muscles allow me to be very gentle and hold a torch. You're holding a bunch of wire, you're holding a, you know. When that's all copper and it's going to a stinger, it's heavy. And then you gotta, you know, I don't want to weld in this fucking heat, I really don't. It's like 140 degrees underneath that hood. But you strike the bench, boom. It's actually very beautiful. And it takes thousands of hours of practice. As does everything. Practice is always perfect. Disclaimer, these are foam. There's little teeny wood sticks in there. These are legal. Plus I'm on my property. Fuck, am I being detained from my property? Fuck. Well, one hell of a night, folks. Welcome to a day in the life of this alcoholic.